Hello, friends, and welcome to Game Mr. Clark. We're back. Haven't streamed in a long time, so enjoying it. I'm getting ready for an RCQ this weekend out in Northern Virginia area, and I'm gonna bring Mono Blue Spirits. And Mono Blue Spirits, as you can see, kind of relies on the synergies of the Snow-Covered Islands, Faceless Haven, the Spirit Synergy, Rattle Change. Can protect our spirits every single time. We can make Ascendant Spirit even bigger by putting some snow mana into them to make to build them up. It's kind of like the level up mechanic. Then we sit on the back of Mausoleum Wanderer, which is the spirit that kind of gets bigger, can cancel some spells, and we just want to out tempo our opponents all the time while holding up counter spells or protection for our creatures. Geistlight Snare has been a fantastic addition to this deck compared to decks past. So Geistlight Snare. If I have Curious Obsession and a Spirit in play, the Geistlight Snare only costs one blue mana, which is pretty great. And that actually will help keep our dudes pretty safe. We have the one Brazen Borrower. I think part of me wants to make that two, but I was talked out of it the other day. This is a stock Mono Blue Spirits list. The only flex spots I really have are the two Lofty Denials right here and the three Slip Out the Backs. This card is a way to protect my creatures and a removal spell to get rid of blockers, which is kind of cool because you phase out your opponent's stuff or you phase out your own stuff to get around board wipes and removal spells. And then the one of Brazen Borrower. So my flex spots on this very stock list are the three Slip Out the Backs, the two Lofty Denials. So I have two Lofty Denials, three Slip Out the Backs, and one Brazen Borrower. Everything else on the list is stock. I am playing 22 lands instead of 23. I have to mulligan a little bit more, but I think that's going to be okay. The sideboard decisions are 4 Mystical, 2 Hearse, 2 Dive Down, 2 Witness Protection, 2 Aether Gust, 2 Disdainful Stroke, and 1 Brazen Borrower. I believe that the Brazen Borrower is something that I will not be playing. The second Brazen Borrower on the board is something I will not be playing in the what's that thing called, in the RCQ. So we'll see. I'm trying it out. I'm playing a lot of games with it. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy everything, and when we go live we'll have Floki as well, so that'll be pretty fun. All right, friends, let's play some music and let's get into a league. All right, let's pull up Magic Online. Let's play a league. We are we are starting this league for the first time. We have not been able to get over a record of 3-2 so far, which is a little frustrating. I believe it's because our deck is just so meta dependent, and we haven't played a ton of Magic since February, so we're learning a lot. I did play it in paper last night, went 3-1. That was pretty cool. I was really happy with that. But, here we are. Ooh, let me see. This does not seem to be registering. Okay, it's registering now for the recording. Excellent. Yeah, friends, just trying to play a competitive Pioneer deck. I really like Mono Blue. I love the use of Ascendant Spirit, Mausoleum Wanderer. You make a lot of really, really small decisions. It rewards you for very good play. It also punishes you for derpy plays. So that's something to be mindful of. All right, we found a match. Let's get into it, friends. All right. Wearing glasses tonight because my eyes were bothering me last night. I have to squint a little bit more because these glasses are a little out of my prescription. This is a perfect hand. It's a very good hand. One of the things we might do is just double one drop, or Just go Shackle, guys. Depends on what we draw. It'd be pretty great if we could draw some counter magic or something to save our guy. Opponent is playing a Spire Bluff. Yeah. Oh, Snare. Excellent. Okay. We are going to go to combat. So we have the Snare now. So our game plan is literally just hold up Snare or creatures for the rest of the game. So we're actually going to counter that because we don't want, and we kind of have a way to get around so we're gonna go Shackle Geist here, make our Wanderer bigger, and just hold up Slip Out the Back for the rest of the game. Not the rest of the game, but so if they play a what's the card? Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder is something that we're a little afraid of, but I think we're fine. They probably would have played it on 2, but they probably saw that we had counter magic, and that's why they didn't really play it. One thing we could do, if they just go Ledger Shredder. Okay, we are not gonna flash anything in. We're gonna go like that. We could have gone Faceless Haven, but I don't think we wanted to, because then we don't get to hold up our blockers. Right now we get to like have some pretty nice tempo plays. Sure, you consider resolves. Okay, so we hit him for 4, pretty good. What we can now do is pump our Ascendant Spirit in our opponent's end step. If they tap up, we can pump it, put another Spectral Sailor into play. I doubt they'll tap out though. I mean, we have protection for our all of our guys so far. So we probably won't play the Spectral Sailor. We'll just hold that so we can hold up the Slip Out the Back. Really? That is... yeah, let's pump our... We'll pump our Ascendant Spirit. See if our opponent wants to do something. Yeah, so let's protect our spirit. Let's see what else our opponent has in their hand. They don't have a Ledger Shredder in hand, so that's fine. Spell Pierce, okay. I cannot pay the 2. I think that's fine. While we wasted 3 mana, like, now we get to attack with the Faceless Haven without feeling bad. Or should we even do that? Should we build our board more? 7 damage, put our opponent to 6. That seems pretty good. Not often we're gonna get to the ability to attack with the Faceless Haven. Attack with all creatures, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Allow that to resolve. So, like, next turn we're not going to be able to Faceless Haven. We would really like a land. I think a land would have been pretty sick so that we could, like, flash in a Sailor. But everything's fine. Should probably get rid of that overlay. Annoying. Young Pyromancer. Okay, so they can make a bunch of dudes, so we're not gonna be able to attack with our Faceless Haven, which is fine. Ooh, Curious Obsession. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's attach it to the Shacklegeist. See what happens. Okay. So we'll Ascendant Spirit here. Pump the Wanderer. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, but like we don't have any way to protect our Shacklegeist. Okay, opt. That's fine. We don't care about that. We have all flying. So we actually have lethal here. Let's go for lethal. All right. Cool. That was fun. I didn't think we had that. So this is not Phoenix, but they are... Let's see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in Dive Down, Hearst, and Dispute. So let's bring in the Disputes. Hearst is good because it turns off their treasure cruises, which I like doing. I think that's a pretty good thing. Let's get rid of Lofty. Lofty kind of sucks in this matchup. And we're bringing all these counter spells. Let's... God. I'm just getting rid of all of my ways. We're gonna cut 2 Curious Obsessions. And we gotta get rid of 4 more cards. We get rid of the Brazen. Could always just cut the Supreme Phantoms, but I hate losing that many threats. Wander, Curious Obsession. Because if they resolve a Ledger Shredder, we can't beat it without Brazen Bar or Shacklegeist. This is a hand. We like this hand. We'll play out Wanderer on 2 so we can protect it. It is important. We have no way of killing the Ledger Shredder. So this is kind of cool. We get to have a Spectral Sailor flash in. Wow, their mana is not helping them right now. So we're gonna play out the Spectral Sailor. This is probably a mistake. Because opponent, oh, did not have it. Excellent. All right, so we have the Dive Down, which is even better. Oh my god, the Dive Down's amazing. Dive Down is fantastic. Protects our thing. Gives it hexproof. Get the Curious Obsession on. Let's make sure we attack. Yep. So if we had only had Slip Out the Back there, it would have been pretty not great because it would have phased out our Spectral Sailor, which would have then made the Curious Obsession fall off, I believe. I'm not sure about that, actually. Okay, that's fine. Opponent has had to use a lot of removal so far. We've gotten through 2 of the removal spells. Okay. Would love a Mystic Dispute off the top. Yes. So we got our Wanderer in play. We have Slip Out the Back available. We'll allow that to resolve. So what this Mystical lets us do is counter the Ledger Shredder and protect our Wanderer with a Slip Out the Back, which is pretty great. Did we win game one? I think we won game one. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. All right, let's play our land. We're gonna go to combat. Just gonna attack for one. Everything's fine. So we have so much mana available right now. And opponent's not doing anything. Red. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go Rattle Chains. Mystical Dispute. That's fine. We'll go Slip. So we cannot pay, but now we have Mystical Dispute up, which is worth something. See if they find that Ledger Shredder. We just can't let the Ledger Shredder resolve because that's kind of how they're getting back in this game. I think they are very much oof. All right, let's go to combat. I would like to have not a land. Yeah, we'll do it again. They have another removal spell on top of this. We have just grinded through 6 removal spells. Yeah. Rendering Volley cannot be countered. Okay. You got me. Good for you, opponent. Only 2 cards in hand. I have none that I have no creatures. I have no threats, which is not great. Ooh, no. No. And I have 3 mana, so they dispute me right back. I can just pay for it. Pretty great. You're not gonna let them dig through time there. Ooh, that's not great. All right. So I fought with my friends a lot last night about the amount of lands in this deck, and I said there is no way you can play 22 lands. It's just wrong. And they're like, well, what if you flood out? I'm like, I'll never flood out. Everything's fine. I'm happy with how they have me do 22 lands. Da, da, da. Okay, Shacklegeist, excellent. I wonder if they know that I have a land in my hand. Probably not. We're holding the land because we're trying to make our opponent think that we have an answer instead of just like do whatever you want. Make them respect the counter spell. I wouldn't play around it if I was our opponent. Crackling Drake. Wow. Okay. Crackling Drake works with even in exile too. Okay, interesting. Okay. And we're actually going to play out the land here. And we're going to do all of these now? Yeah, because we have nothing else to spend mana on. And we want to make this a 4/4 to get out of removal range. And we're not going to attack. And then in the upkeep, we're going to tap down that Drake so that it can't attack us. And we'd love to draw more removal or more spirits so we can keep shacklegeisting things, because I want to attack with this guy. But opponent has a ton of cards in hand and we have none. We are up 1 game, which is fine. Again, we spent all that mana. We spent 5 mana into... Okay, crap. That's disappointing. So that when we were pumping it up, our opponent was tapped out, so, you know. Okay. So we found the Shacklegeist. So we get to just delay our opponent's Drake, and they'll just keep drawing a million cards, and we'll be sad. Alright, we need to probably concede this game. I don't know how we get out of this. Well, we're not dead yet. We're just mostly dead, you know? So we'll go to 9. Need to find a spirit. Need to find gas, as the youth say. They get to play a Bone Crusher, though. Sure. Okay. So we're gonna go to our end step and then go to upkeep. Opponent only has 1 card in hand. I mean, if they have... What do you have, opponent? Come on. 4? 4 mana. What's 4 mana in your deck? No idea. Well, that sucks. So it's gonna be Dispute. Like Treasure Cruise. And Crackling Drake still keeps its Okay, let's concede this game. We're gonna begin sideboarding. All right, so we couldn't deal with the resolved. Probably should put the Brazen Bar back in. I think we're fine. I think we did fine. Like, we made our opponent go through all of their removal. So let's try it out. We're gonna keep this, but we're not gonna play something until turn 2 because of the removal heavy nature of our opponent's, you know, hands, right? We want to keep the dive down up. Ooh, almost passed without playing my land. That would have been tragic. Tragic, tragic, tragic. All right. Cool. See what happens. Let's see if we can get around it. Oh, they have more removal. All right. No, they have a young Pyromancer. I think that's fine. I don't think we care about that much. Curious Obsession? No. We'll just play an Ascendant. Give our Wanderer some energy. So we have Snare and Rattle Chains up to protect our spirit. We'll probably keep our Wanderer alive the longest. Keep that one safe because that's the one we like. Discard a land card. Interesting. Are they gonna miss their land drop? I guess not. Probably not. What does this card do? Let's do that first, and then we'll do that to this. Hexproof. Opponent could play the land. Hexproof. I don't think... Yeah, they discarded the land. Okay. Awesome. Hit him for 3, hit our opponent for 3 in the air, and then we'll hold up Rattle Change and Snare for the rest of the game, and we'll win that way. We get to pump our Ascendant Spirit, make them a little bit bigger. Sure. I think Pyromancer decks are cool. I like them. Nick was playing one. Seems cool, all the cantrips, the treasure cruise decisions. We are countering that. Yeah, I'm just gonna counter that, and I don't think that's correct. But it seems like they're kind of screwed on lands. And they're looking for one. Awesome. So now we get to pump this. If we draw a land... Yes! Actually... put a flying counter. Cool. So we're gonna hit our opponent for 7, put them on a 2-turn clock. So I don't hate doing that, keeping them off the land. They don't get the double spell. We have the Rattle Chains to protect our stuff. There's not a lot they can do on 3 mana. So they'll get a 3rd mana. Protect Ascendant Spirit at all costs. We have to protect Ascendant Spirit at all costs. Draws a card. Okay, so they did not bottom. Okay, so first one. Targeting the Rattle Chains. And we got it. Let's go. All right. Thank you for that match, friends. Hopefully you had a good time. 28 minutes. Oh, no.